Hey, how's it going? If you're new here, my name is Gian and I love makeup. And if you're not new, thanks for coming back. I really appreciate you. Today we have the second video in the Blue Mondays series I'm doing now on my channel, and I'm very excited. This was originated from my friend and favoritist bully ever, Susan. So yeah, if you like this, it's all thanks to her. Anyway, the point of this is to use blue eyeshadow. And last week I did like a full-on blue look. It was definitely a more dramatic, bold look. And so I thought for today, let's go with something a bit more, I want to say natural and wearable, hence the face makeup. I went with a boatload of freckles and a peachy kind of neutral blush and bronzer, the whole thing, because of the way I'm going to use the blue eyeshadow today. So I chose out my Nomad Paradise Islands palette for the blue shade. I have a bunch and oh my gosh, so many blues, so many options. But this one right here, I rarely use that or have barely used it. It's the shade Ocean. It's just absolutely beautiful, and I think for what I want to do with it, it should work out perfectly. So because I want this to be more kind of easygoing and natural and wearable, I'm going to use my contour powder and my bronzer for the majority of my eye look today. So I have the Sephora light to medium contour powder. I'm wearing this as my contour. I absolutely love this. This is, I won't have to repurchase the Kevin Aqua. And then for my bronzer today, I busted out my Jouer Duo and used the lighter shade. I used to love this so much. In fact, when we cruise, this was the one I took with me because I could wear the lighter shade in the beginning of the cruise and then the darker shade towards the end when I got really tan. And then my blush is, ooh, Sephora again. Do I have a Sephora bronzer? I don't think I do. I could have done like a whole face of Sephora. Should I get a Sephora bronzer? Maybe I will. Anyway, the Sephora blush in the shade Heated. Just kind of a, it's not really shimmery, but there is a bit of a shimmery reflect in it. And it's just a peachy wearable shade. So that's going to be the majority of my eye look. And we're going to use the shimmery blue as inner corner, but I think maybe a quarter of the way from the inner to the outer on both top and bottom. I don't know if that makes any sense, but it feels like it could be really cute, but a super easy wearable way to wear blue eyeshadow for anyone who doesn't want a full-on blue eye look. So I'm going to start with my contour powder and a giant fluffy brush. This happens to be the Refer 27. Any fluffy brush will do. And I'm just going in for a little bit, and that's going to go through where I want my transition / crease to be. I opted to use face products because they are not nearly as pigmented. And if you're putting on your makeups, this is a pretty easy, product to grab for, assuming you use bronzer and or contour. But if you don't, you can totally use whatever eyeshadow you want. I mean, obviously, no matter what you're doing. But for today's video, we're pretending that you may want to recreate this look. Super natural, super easy. Same brush. I'm going to go into my bronzer shade. This is definitely a bit more pigmented than the contour, so I'm going to be a little bit careful. And I'm going to use the same shade that I used on my face. Just, oh, maybe I should have used my contour on the inner. Okay, so I'm going to go over the contour powder with the bronzer. I wasn't really thinking any like particular way about it, but that looks cute. And then I could use the contour on the inner. All right, let me get the other eye caught up. I'm gonna do the exact same thing because I want it to look equal on both eyes. Okay, that's both eyes done. I'm gonna get a clean Repro 13 and go into the contour shade. And that is gonna go where I started putting the bronzer. Yeah, that's definitely going to work. So I'm just putting a little bit of that on, and I'm gonna take it underneath my lash line as well. Yep, okay, I'm really liking that. Same brush, I'm gonna boop into my blush shade. Again, you could use anything you want, but I just think if you're already putting these products on your face, leave them out, put them on your eye too. And again, not going to be super duper pigmented or, you know, over the top, because face products. Okay, I have my little magic motor brush. Don't know what this is exactly. It just says Filbert BMD 170-4. That's all it says. So I'm going to go into the Ocean shade from the Nomad Paradise Islands palette. And that is going to go right on the inner corner. And then I'm going to drag it across my lid a little bit. If I were doing this, if I were doing my eyes first, I probably wouldn't wet the brush because it will give you a more intense payoff. So if you wanted it to be a little more gentle, you could just do your eyes first and not wet the brush. But I don't want to get fallout because my face is done. So that is where the eye is right now. And I think I'm really liking it. Very different for me, for sure. I'm going to catch the other eye up and then decide where we want to go from here. I'm taking my wet Repro 03 and just kind of adjusting the shape of the blue. I probably should have looked up some kind of tutorial or something, but when I pulled this palette out and saw the shade, I was just like, this is going exactly where I'm putting it now, so who needs research? Okay, I think I like it. Again, super different for me, but I think it's cute. Now, you can go in with, I mean, obviously, but again, we're pretending you maybe want to recreate this. You could go in with any color eyeliner you want to. You could keep it super natural and do a skin tone. You could leave it completely unlined. I am going to probably do you know what I'm gonna do? I'm gonna use the ColourPop Honey Dude because it's pretty much a nude liner. So let me do that real quick. I'm going to whack on a set of lashes and some mascara, and then I'll come back, show you the finished look up close and personal, and then we can wrap this up. Okay, I'm back and I changed the play mid-game. I opted to forego all liner and I didn't put any mascara on my lower lashes. So let me zoom you in. Okay. I'm very excited to hear what you think. You It's obviously incredibly different for me, but I like it. It was super, super easy. I could probably do this in like 3 minutes if I wasn't chatting with you about it, but I really like this. I am a pretty big fan of using bright, colorful eyeshadows for inner corner looks. I just think it's really fun. But I also think that using the same products on my eyes that I used on my face kind of pulls it together and makes it appear that much more natural. I mean, obviously, blue eyeshadow is not natural, but I think this is a fun way to wear it without being like too full on. So let me know what you think. Is this anything you would try or not so much? And did I miss the mark not putting on false lashes? I don't know, with the freckles and the toned down eyeshadow, I kind of like the way this looks. So anyway, hopefully you enjoyed this Blue Monday video. If you did, give it a thumbs up. If you didn't, give it a thumbs down. Either way, I appreciate you hanging out with me today. Be good and remember to be kind to you.